My dear friends, it's going against the current. If you want to journey with the Lord, so it's a difficult way. It's a narrow path. The Lord is inviting you to renounce everything if you want to follow Him. Normally in the world, if you gain something, if you own something, if you possess something, that's going to be the strength. But then when it comes to the strength of the Lord, you renounce something and you will have His strength. So we won't depend, if you depend on God, we won't depend on the things on the world. So it's very clear what He's asking. You rely on Him alone. You depend on Him alone. You will be connected to Him only. So it's a different journey. It's a different journey, completely a different journey. The word says, great crowd accompanied Jesus, and He turned and said to them, if anyone comes to me and does not hate his own father and mother and wife and children and brothers and sisters, yes, and even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. Remind the words, if you want to be a disciple, not a devotee. Devotee can love everyone the same. And devotee will have a place, whatever place in his life for God, and that should not be the first and the best. So you have to remember, you have to understand the word hate. It does not mean you hate your brother, hate your father, hate your mother, hate your wife. Hatred is something negative, isn't it? But then the Lord is saying you cannot have anyone in between you and me. So hating is a rudely sometimes take them away from your connection. So no one can poke their nose for your connection, because He has to be the first and the best place in your life. So hating is that. In Jewish culture, family is the most intimate and most immediate thing in their life, my dear friends. So when it comes to family, they are so family focused, family oriented. Hardly they went away from their family. They used to go with their family, even in their for occupation, even any work. So family was so closely related to a person. So family was their strength and security. So the Lord is breaking it to say there cannot be anyone in between yourself and God. So that's if you want to be a disciple. Disciple is a person who is sent with a mission. So if you can have your own life and have God's blessing to have your own life. But then if you want to be a disciple, it's different. That's exactly why the first reading beautifully says, owe no one anything except to love each other. So loving does not depending. Loving does not expecting. Loving does not get attached to a person. No. Loving is different. That's agape. Self-giving love. And you are not bound by anyone. You are not a slave to anyone. No one can control you, because the Lord is your master. This is exactly why you are obliged to love only. That's exactly why the Lord is saying no one should come in between you and your God. So the moment someone comes in between, you become a slave to that person, slave to that thing. No, so He has to be the first and the best in your life. So that's why you're not accountable to anyone. You're accountable to God alone. Even what you do against your brother. That's exactly what David said when he fell with Bathsheba and killed Uriah. And then what happened? He said, Lord, I sin against you. You alone. That is exactly the meaning. And it's up to you whether you want to be a disciple or devotee. That's exactly why the Lord is saying, whoever does not bear his own cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. So you think and decide. You have to just think and decide. What is it? For which of you, desiring a building, a tower, does not first sit down and count the cost, whether he has enough to complete it? Of course, these days, if you want to build a tower, you don't have cement, isn't it? So anyway, you have a problem. You have to sit and decide. So whether I have enough resources, enough money, enough stuff. So first he has to sit and decide. So what he has is going to be the strength. See the paradox, spiritual paradox. And also, if not, and he will not sit down to deliberate. And also he brings this example of a king. Or what king going out to encounter another king in war will not sit down first and deliberate whether he is able with 10,000 to meet him who comes against him with 20,000? And if not, while the other is yet a great way off, he sends his delegation and asks for terms of peace. So he has to sit down, and whether he's going to fight with 20,000, with his 10,000. So what he has is strength. But then it's not with the Lord. It's a different thing. So what your strength is not going to be what you have, what you give up. That's exactly why. So therefore, any one of you who does not renounce all that he has cannot be my disciple. So in the world, what you possess, gain, own is going to be the strength. But then with him, what you renounce, forego, let go, sacrifice, leave is going to be your strength. So first, you have to sit and decide. Sit and decide with him. My dear friends, you cannot do this with your own strength. That's exactly why the Lord said, for men it's impossible. With God, there's nothing impossible. For the rich young man, he said, because he could not leave everything and follow him. See, he didn't have time to sit and decide. So it's up to you, my dear friends. Sit with him. In Isaiah chapter 1 verse 18, he says, come, we'll discuss. What you cannot let go, what you cannot surrender, what you cannot forego, leave, what is being attached to your life, will have strength to leave it. So enjoy his company. Enjoy his strength. You're called to be a disciple. If you want to be a disciple, you have to take up your own cross and come after him. Go after him. And that's exactly where you are comforted, because he is there just in front of you. He's going to be your strength. He's going to be your sustenance. He's going to be your assurance and insurance. And he's going to be your guide. Think about it. Have a nice day. May God bless you.